Hey guys, Dark Skeleton here, and today I want to go on a bit of a rant. So, as you may know, I've been putting out some videos about my climb to rank 7 in Hearthstone, which is bloody awesome. Right before hitting rank 7, my all-time high was actually rank 10, so the fact I was able to jump up 3 ranks, and now today, almost actually getting to rank 6, is pretty sweet. It's pretty impressive. I'm proud of myself for doing that. That actually proves myself as a pretty competent player, I think. But once you get to a certain level where your skills kind of plateaued out a little bit and the other players you're going up against are really good and really dedicated to the game, which tends to happen as you get closer to Legend, then your win rate is going to start dropping off. You might win 60% of your games, you might win 55% of your games. Depending on how close you get to Legend, of course it's going to get closer and closer to that 55. Or whatever the stable percentage for a Legend ranked player is in terms of their win ratio. But in order to keep climbing the game, you have to play a hell of a lot of games. Like, if I had to calculate roughly in my head how many games it takes to hit Legend, probably 500 or 600, and that's assuming you have a really good win rate. You win a lot of games, maybe you get some well, not killing sprees, but winning sprees down to that rank 1 and Legend rank. Then yeah, it's going to take 500 or 600 games in a month, and then everything's going to reset. You'll drop 10 or 15 ranks, maybe more than that, and you have to do the whole process over again. And that's fine if you're a pro player. If you're using the game as your main source of income, and you're trying to win tournaments, which is, very, very hard to do. There's only really a couple dozen players that really are well known that will actually have a real shot at beating BlizzCon in the entire world. And there are a lot of Hearthstone players, just like there's a lot of League of Legends players. So at a certain point, the game does end up becoming a grind. If you want to actually progress, you might be good enough to progress. But the fact is that other players are also pretty good. You're going to lose some games, you won't be able to get as many winning streaks, and it's just going to take you a lot of games to go up each rank as you approach Legend rank. And while we were streaming earlier today, what was going through my head was that actually, I keep getting so close to rank 6, one game off from it, but then I run into a rank 6 player who beats me because I was one off lethal or something like that. Then I lose another game and I'm right back in the middle of rank 7. And then I get close to rank 6 again. And then I drop back down. It's like trying to climb up a slippery slide that is built so that if you don't go up it perfectly, it's just going to make you slide right back down because there's water flowing down it and it's a very uphill climb. Now, if you really love the game so much that you do want to put in like dozens of games a day, like literally dozens of games a day, I think is what it would take to actually reach Legend. A couple dozen games, 24 games, times that by 30, that's what, like 500 or 600 games? And that's assuming you're good enough to actually be a Legend player. So if you play the game for fun, then it's actually it's almost like a mad lunacy kind of mindset to want to keep trying to get Legend rank just for the sake of increasing your rank, showing off, being cool, being a really good Hearthstone player, and being good at the game. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would recommend everybody strive to improve themselves, because even if it's a video game or real life, improving yourself, it does things for you, it's good for your self-esteem, etc., etc. But if you get to that point in your mind where it's actually not fun, and after having played about 50 games over the course of the last 2 days, it did kind of start to wear off a lot on me. I was too focused on how can I make my deck perfect so that I can beat the current meta, changing out some cards, throwing in Kazan Mystic for all the secrets mages, and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's more like repeating the same process as a combo druid. How can I get him to 14 HP? Okay, I got him to 14 HP. Bam, he's dead. Next person. How do I get him to 14 HP? Bam, he's dead. Next person. And it gets kind of repetitive, especially if you don't change your decks up that much. So I think something to keep in mind when you're approaching these hyper-competitive games like Hearthstone, like League of Legends, or any of the shooters like Call of Duty, is that unless you've already proven to yourself that you're good enough to actually make a real living, off of video games, and that's your thing, that's what you want your job to be, which very, very few people in the world can actually do, keep that in mind, is that if you keep driving yourself to just win, and you get so focused on winning and playing until you can climb that ladder, it can really kill a lot of the fun of video games in the first place. And if a video game becomes tedious or monotonous, is it really worth continuing? Yeah, you can go take a break. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe take a break for a couple days. I'll come back to it, and then I'm sure I'll have some fun playing some, kind of casual decks again. That's usually what I like to play the most. But if you let it become tedious, it can actually kind of drive you insane. And that's just something I want to caution everybody against. If video games cease to become fun, then what's the point? Like previously, I worked at a help desk, and on help desk, at least I had more variety. It was tedious, but there was a little bit more variety than, oh yeah, you go play the same match over and over and over again with the same deck. So if you're not having fun playing those decks, playing these ranked matches, then I don't see really the point in it. So I hope I got the message across clear enough to you guys. Rank 7 hype, that's pretty sweet. And I'm going to keep making Hearthstone videos, of course, that's not going anywhere. Just wanted to put my thoughts out there, having played way too many games in the last couple of days. Taking a break from video games, sometimes really good for your sanity. So I've been Dark Skeleton, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.